Mike, I am struggling to figure out ideas of what to do in February. Do you know where I could find some tips or a guide or what I should be doing in this special month?
Yes, I do know, and as a fringe benefit, you'll get to see me, too, and I'll get to see you, because it's a live CityCast taping.
That's right. We are so excited to announce our first live taping of 2024 with a very special guest, Jade Womack. You might know her as Clock Out DC. She will be joining Mike and I at the Square Food Hall on Saturday, February 3rd.
But wait, where is the Square Food Hall?
It is downtown, 1850 K Street Northwest. And if you come at noon, you'll get to meet the team, enjoy exclusive food and drink specials from the Square chefs. Our taping begins at 1.
And wait, so what are some of the options of things we might learn about?
Well, Jade's going to be sharing all kinds of recommendations on how to live your best DC life this February. And she's pretty much the expert to all things DC, so she should know.
Well, for me, the main activity in February has now already been made clear, which is that I get to hang out with my co-host, Bridget Todd.
That's right. I'm so excited to see you. So Saturday, February 3rd at the Square. Come at noon to hang out with us. The taping begins at 1. You can find the RSVP link in the show notes. Today on CityCast DC, am I the only one that has noticed how most gyms in DC are just not affordable? It's a bummer, especially if your New Year's resolution involves getting out and moving more. But don't worry, because DC actually has all kinds of free workouts to get you out of your house and feeling good. Anose Ijewere, creator of the popular DC Instagram account High Vibes DC, has been tracking DC's free workout options and shares her favorites. Today's Wednesday, January 10th. I'm Bridget Todd, and here's what DC is talking about. So it really seems to me like DC is home to every type of fitness class that one could imagine or want to have. And I guess I think of it as like a pretty fit city. Do you agree?
I would say so. I feel like there is so much to do in DC, and I'm always seeing people so active all times. And I used to think that like once the cold came, people would stay inside or they do like more inside classes, but everybody's still outside the same way they were during summer, running or doing a workout class. It's honestly just really inspiring to see all the time.
I wonder if part of why you're seeing so many folks like going for walks or runs or, doing yoga on the mall or whatever is just how expensive the gym is. I used to be a member of a gym. I won't say the name, but it was so expensive that it almost started to feel like a predatory scam. Is this something that you've noticed? Like the gyms in DC are out of control when it comes to expense?
I actually stay away from the gym. So this is probably because of the prices. But I'm actually not a big fan of working out in the gym. So I honestly just go to the workout classes, and I've spoken to my friends who have looked for different gyms, but like the ones I've spoken to, they've started with the gym and then they just stopped because the membership fees are a little bit crazy.
What is it that you don't like about working out at the gym, just out of curiosity?
I am somebody who loves like group classes. I feel motivated when I'm in group classes. And when I go to the gym, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm using this machine correctly. I'm not sure if I'm doing the correct form. And so I just get more of my motivation working out with people and having an instructor that's like, we're doing this, we're together. It feels great.
I'm the same way. I feel like part of the reason why I do any kind of workout is like the camaraderie that comes with it. Like, oh, we're all doing this together. I used to be part of a cycling group where we'd all get coffee after together. And there's just something nice about it. Like, not only is it a fitness activity, but it's a social activity as well.
Exactly. It is. It's a great way to make friends.
What are some of the fitness trends that you've seen in DC that folks here love, ride by, are obsessed with?
One thing off the top of my head that I've noticed that I didn't notice anywhere else is running. People love with a passion to run. And I didn't realize running was a thing until I came to DC and I saw all these run groups. I saw all these people running. Like now I want to get into running because I see everybody online and they're like, we're going running, and it'll be cold and freezing and they'll be in their groups. They'll have their cute little gear on. I'm like, I want to be a running girly so bad now.
Oh my God, you might have the answer to this. Every now and then, I will see a group, like a big, mostly Black group of runners around DC, and I've always wanted to shout, like, who are you? What is this? Can I join you? But that seems insane to do. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe it's
Yes.
multiple groups.
There are so many, but I think the one you might be talking about is the DC Run Crew, and they do it every Monday. I think it's 6:30 p.m., but I know it's every single Monday, and they start off at the Banneker track, and then they start their running.
Okay. If you are a part of that group, you might see me out there. There have been times where I'm not dressed for a run, and I'm like, should I just like break out into a run and join that? Well, we talked a bit about how pricey the gym membership option is. And so for folks who are interested in free fitness offerings around the city, what are some places that folks can go where they can work out but not break the bank?
Yeah, that's a really good question because that's like one of the things I feel inhibits people from working out as much as they want to. And I'd say like the first and foremost workout class and the workout whole group is Fit DC. And so Fit DC is the mayor's initiative, and it's basically free fitness classes all over DC. It's all year round. So over the summer, there were a ton of like series classes where it was yoga classes. They were at like basically every single day of the week. They'd be outside in the parks, inside. That was really nice. And then now they have like freestyle dance fit classes, which also is like a dance fitness. But they're all through Fit DC. Most of them are through Fit DC. And then there are also a couple that are singular classes where there are people who will have community classes. So Work DC does a lot of community classes where they'll do like Saturdays at the Union Market Plaza. They'll have free classes there. And a bunch of other really cool groups in DC that will also decide to do free classes throughout the year.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that you mentioned the dance classes because dance workouts or dance fitness is my thing. And it's so hard to find a good, consistent dance fitness class. Are there other dance fitness classes that you would recommend for free?
Yes. So Tuesdays and Thursday at the Marie Reed Community Center, I believe, they have Dance Fit, and it's with Gabriel Sanchez, and it's absolutely amazing. And then on Saturdays, they bring that same class to the Howard Theater. And so it's dance fitness plus yoga on Saturdays at the Howard Theater.
My God, I'm over here like copiously taking notes for all of these classes.
Let's be real. Lawsuits are not fun. But with Paulson and Nace, at least they're a little easier. Paulson and Nace is a DC law firm in every sense of the word. It was founded here in 1979. The two partners, Chris and Matt Nace, were both born here and are local leaders who care deeply about the DC community. Paulson and Nace handles medical malpractice, wrongful death, and other complex injury cases when someone has been hurt by the negligence of others. And they don't just settle every case. They'll go to court. They'll fight for you. Paulson and Nace has even been recognized as one of U.S. News' best law firms. So, if you have been hurt or have lost a loved one because of someone else's mistake or negligence, call Paulson and Nace for a no-obligation consultation. Visit www.paulsonandnace.com or call 202-463-1999.
The brand new Arbor at Tacoma is built for your most convenient urban living. Whether you want to enjoy the vibrant Tacoma, DC community or comfortably retreat into a sleek sanctuary all your own. The kitchens have striking dark navy and white cabinets, and throughout the home, there are wood floors and smart home technology. Some homes even have a private outdoor space. With a quick walk to the metro, you can easily head into downtown or stay close and enjoy the retail that's on site. Located at 218 Cedar Street Northwest, the Arbor Tacoma offers brand new 1- and 2-bedroom condos starting in the upper 300,000s. Visit thearborattacoma.com for more information. That's Tacoma with a K, so TheArborattacoma.com. What about for things like hiking? Anybody doing free hiking things in the city?
A lot. So that's also a really big thing I realized about like people in DC. They also love to hike, even though I feel like Rock Creek Park is the main one inside DC. And then outside DC in the Maryland and Virginia areas, there are a ton of other like big hiking trails and places. But there are a ton of groups. There is Honey Dipped Hikers, there's We Be Walkin', there is the Hike Crew, there is Goombay Adventures. There are a lot of groups. And so all these ones I've mentioned are actually all BIPOC focused hike groups. And we actually have a ton of those in DC where I think there's a huge disparity where some people think Black people don't hike. We're not supposed to be outside in nature. And so these groups are like, no, we hike, we're going to be outside in nature. And they'll bring out different groups of people to hike. And it's really nice because it's other people who love to be outside, who love to explore nature, just going for a hike. And I go for these hikes all the time. They're so much fun. The groups are amazing. And it's just a great way to be outside, make friends, get some exercise in, and enjoy the nature.
This is tailor-made for me. I love to be outside. I love to be in nature. And I love to hike because we hike. And also, I think that people might be thinking, oh, hiking is just walking. That's not a fitness activity. You would be surprised how fit just walking will keep you.
Exactly. It will do it.
So you mentioned there are so many different running groups. How can folks find one that is right for them?
I feel like that's like a big thing as well. Like when you're getting into running, you're like, how do I get into running and run with people who might be new to running, but also like if I'm into running already, I want to run with people who run already. So there are a couple different ways. The first one is also through Fit DC. There's Pacers, and they have Pacers on 14th Street and a Pacers Navy Yard run too. For some run clubs, like the DC Run Crew that I was talking about earlier, I believe they have like different sections of their run as well. So if you're new to running, that's a great place to start too. And then some places, so Fit DC also put on like a learn how to run a 5K. So we have like also groups in DC that will teach you like learn how to run a 5K, that kind of thing. And so really just like clicking on the Instagram pages of these different organizations and seeing what runs they have available. And a lot of them will be like, yeah, we do accept beginner runners as well. And we have like a crew of people who will run at the same speed to make sure that these beginner runners can also run with us.
Well, speaking of like beginners, runners, and things like that, it can be a little intimidating to be the new person coming out, joining an established group. What advice do you have for somebody who maybe wants to join a walking or running or hiking group, but maybe is a little bit shy about being the new person who can't keep up?
I would say for hiking groups, I feel like it's really a little bit more easier than the running groups because for the hiking groups, I feel like it's different people all the time. So everybody's kind of new in a sense. For the most part, unless you're part of the group's original team of people. So I feel like those ones, it's really just coming out and being like, okay, I'm doing something new. I'm doing something a little bit riskier to me. It might feel a little uncomfy, but I've got this. And usually the people there are really sweet. They'll be like, hey, is this your first time here? We got you. People are typically really kind at these places because they do realize that like most of the time there are going to be new people coming on these walks and hikes. And so just coming up with an open mind and being like, you know what, it's fine. We're all here together.
Well, I do think you've kind of spoken to this, but it seems like these group activities, group fitness, can offer more than just opportunities to get fit. It can really offer more camaraderie, social interaction. Is that part of why people are gravitating toward these group classes?
Yes, I really do feel that way because even like I started, apart from loving to walk and hike, I don't know how to run, but loving to walk and hike, I was like, I also want to meet people and I also want to meet people with similar interests. So going to these places, I feel is a great way to meet people. And I think that's what also brings a lot of people out. They're like, I'm new to the city or I just want to meet more people with similar interests to mine in the city.
Well, if folks are listening and they're like, that is me, I want to meet more people. I want to be out on the trail, on the roads, getting a fit and meeting people. Are there other resources or pages that they should know about for finding free fitness classes or fitness groups?
Yes. Number one is Fit DC. Fit DC, like I'll blast their name everywhere, but that is like the top place to follow for these free classes. The rest of them are kind of all individual ones, and I actually have a list of everything on my page. So High Vibe DC is a great place to follow. And then Days in DC also usually has like a pretty good lineup of outside and movement-based groups as well in DC.
Onose, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the trail.
Thank you. See you outside.
That's all for today here on CityCast DC. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your workout buddy? We'll be back tomorrow morning with even more news from around the city. Talk to you then.